Okay.
Alright. Hello, my name is Lexis Wallace and I go to Athens High School and I'm applying for the Equal Scholarship. I will be talking about how homelessness and how poverty has kind of affected my life. When I was around maybe 11 or 12 years old, my parents split up and my mom exactly didn't know where to go, so we ended up sleeping in her car for a few months, and then one of her friends ended up letting us live with her for a little bit. But she ended up getting married and she kind of just left the house to us, and she left us to pay the bills, and we ended up not being able to pay them, and that ended up causing us to go to a women's homeless shelter down in Athens, Alabama. And we stayed there for roughly about a year and a half, and during that time we found out that the people that were doing the women's homeless shelter weren't doing it for the correct reasons, and they were just using money to just use it for their own gain. So me and my mom, we left and we had to stay with fellow church members that allowed us to stay with them for a few months during, I think it was my 8th grade year. And at that time, it was a little hard on us because my mom couldn't work because she had just been diagnosed with cancer a few months later. And so she couldn't work, and I was only 12 or 13 at the time, so I couldn't exactly work and make money for us. So it was very hard on us because my mom would not get in contact with my dad to ask for help, and she wasn't very close with her side of the family, so that was very rough on us. And she managed to get DHR's help, and they gave her a benefit every single month on the 5th. So we were able to buy an apartment for a little bit, and we did that up until my 10th grade year in high school. And during that following summer, I ended up in DHR's custody for personal reasons. And DHR ended up realizing that my mom was using money for her own gain and wasn't bothering helping me pay for school or clothes or helping me with bills. And that left a lot of money on me when my dad got custody of me back in 2021. And that's been very hard on us also because, like my mom, my dad cannot work due to health issues. So I work between 5 and 7 days a week at Firehouse Subs in Madison, right beside Madison Hospital. And I work to pay for my car, I work to pay for his truck, I also work to pay for any other medical expenses that we need because at the time my dad did not have insurance, and back in 2020 he got COVID and it almost took his life, and he was on a ventilator for a month and a half. And when the medical bills came piling in, that was very rough on us because we had no one to help us because my dad cannot work. And although I make a lot better money than my first job, it was very hard for me to try and pay medical bills and also pay for school fees that I owed, that my mom left me with when she said that she was going to pay certain bills back when her and my dad were trying to work out custody issues. It was very hard on us because she left us multiple bills that we weren't sure how we were going to pay, and we weren't sure if I was going to graduate. And just being able to help get a scholarship from someone would truly help me out because that would help me expand my education. That way I can make better for myself and make my dad proud because he has been trying to push to get me as much help as he possibly can. And I think just getting extra help from someone to help expand my education would just be an amazing thing because that just shows me that there is someone that believes in me, that shows that they think that my education can get me places, and I would just be very happy if someone can help me out. Thank you.